I've been testing out my favorite new trail camera from Voopeak, the TC22. I've had a Campark TC22 for about a year, and Campark and Voopeak are really the same brand, but you're seeing more the Voopeak brand being used now in a lot of cases. The new Voopeak TC22 has some improved software and some improved capabilities over the old Campark TC22, which was really my favorite trail camera. There's a lot of reasons to love the Voopeak TC22, and it's really been my go-to favorite camera. First off, it has two cameras, high-resolution daylight camera, and then a starlight nighttime camera that provides improved video quality at night and extends the color range sometimes into early evening and after sundown, so you can get a little more color extended into the evening. Good trigger speed and 120-degree angle, integrated solar, and it doesn't use AA batteries. It has its own lithium rechargeable battery right here, and it'll charge with the integrated solar panel. And it also has a port here if you want to add an external charger to even add more power to it and more backup power. Or you can run it with an external power supply. So it gives you a lot of variability in how you want to power it and how you want to use it. Very reliable. It's nice and compact and light. This is the daytime camera sensor, and this is the nighttime camera sensor. Uses the Sony Starvis technology in the starlight mode. Gives you extended color ability into the evening and after dark in a lot of cases. You can mount it with a strap to a tree, or you mount it in a traditional mounting here with a tripod mount. It comes with straps for mounting. And you can also lock it here with a little lock. They're really well built, really robust. Got the IP66 waterproof, 120-degree wide-angle view with 0.1 second trigger speed. When I go into the menu here in the video mode, the thing that I really like about the TC22 is the high-quality video. Also excellent sound quality, and that's really important for me. A lot of the times I use these to film birds and wild animals in close-up, and I want, the audio is just as important as the video sometimes. But it has 4K at 30 frames per second. And the nice thing about this is it's got really good video compression and also a really high video bit rate. And bit rate is really what gives you the quality video. A lot of times you'll hear people complain about 4K trail cameras that don't give them good video. Well, it's because they have a low bit rate. And bit rate is what, the lower the bit rate, the smaller the file size. The higher the bit rate, the higher the file size. So you have to have a little bit of a balance there between quality and file size, but I want big bit rates. I want good quality video, and with the video compression and the high bit rates of the TC22, you get some amazing video. So I run it at 4K P30 most of the time for at least 1 minute, and then I set it to reset about every 10 seconds. Now there's also a 2.7 mode. The other thing that I like is the 2K P60 mode. So this is 2K video at 60 frames per second. It also has a very high bit rate, and if you really want to get some 60 frames per second and really want to get some detailed action, especially if you're up close with birds or animals or something like that, then you might want to use the 2K P60 because the bit rate is almost the same as the 4K P30. Now most of the time I'll use the 4K P30. The nice thing about the 4K with a high bit rate is you can take a 4K video and you can crop it, and I'll show you some examples of that. Video and the audio is just outstanding on this camera. And in fact, you can go to my Instagram page and you'll see reels on Instagram with 2, 3, 4 million views. Some of them were taken with the TC22, some of them with the TC06, some of them with the TC21. They do a really good job of quality video, and you can crop them down to vertical and they still look good. Here is the full 4K resolution video of a blue jay having trouble deciding which peanut to take and eat. Because of the high quality original video, you can crop way down and effectively zoom in on the blue jay with no significant loss of quality, and it looks great. The Voopeak TC22 has a nice new software feature that's very useful, a menu option to auto-lengthen the video. I usually set my video length to a minute, and it resets every 10 seconds. But if action is going on right at the end of 60 seconds, I'll miss it. I don't want to set the video length longer because most of the time it'll just use up battery power and disk space, and nothing will be going on. Here's a great example I captured. This elk cow set off the camera and has been eating for 60 seconds. And just as the video would normally end, a young elk enters the area and the camera continues recording for an additional 17 seconds. And I didn't miss this nice shot of an elk. It may seem like a small thing, but there's one other thing that I really love about the TC22 and similar trail cameras is that they use a standard size SD card. I have a number of trail cameras that use micro SD cards. You just have to be really careful because you'd be out in the middle of the forest or down in a stream or something and you're trying to swap out the card, and those micro SD cards can be a little tough to handle and sometimes they'll fly through the air. And so just to summarize why this is my favorite trail camera of all really is, first off, no AA batteries. It's got built-in lithium battery. Also has another external port for either adding DC power or another charging unit. It has its own integrated charging unit. It has 4K video at 30 frames per second and 2K video at 60 frames per second. Real high quality video with good compression and high bit rate to give you that good clear video. And also has two lenses, one for daytime and one for nighttime, with the starlight feature that's been used for a couple years on some of the other Campark cameras like the TC06 and TC07. Really like that, especially getting better videos at night. And it has really excellent sound, and that's really important. If you've been watching some of the bird videos that I record of the birds taking baths in the mountain stream up here, it's just so nice to see the birds bathing, but it's even better when you can hear all the details of the audio. So the other thing that's nice about this new generation of trail cameras is the new Wildlife Cam app that the TC21, the TC22, TC6 and the other cameras use. Is really a nice app to use. Really reduces the frustration. It seems to be more compatible with a larger number of phones and services. A lot of times when you couldn't connect with the Wi-Fi app that you use to control the camera with, it wasn't really the camera's fault, it's just the variability in the phones and things like that. This is a Wi-Fi enabled trail camera. What that means is this just acts like a mobile hotspot that your phone connects to, and then your phone can communicate with it and adjust the settings and also review your photos and videos. It's not it's not like an internet service. It's just a little local hotspot between your phone and the camera that makes it easier to manage the settings on the camera and manage the data on the camera. And I really like it because a lot of times I put the cameras in really tight spots down in a stream bed or in a little special setup that I've made to capture the action of wildlife, and I don't want to go down there and disturb the setting. I just want to stay about 50 feet away, I think is what I usually find is the limit, but anywhere from 25 to 50 feet it works really great. You know, the closer the better because it's limited by distance. But it's important to remember that that's what this is for, and really it's nice to be able to review the data, make sure everything is set up right, and then come back and check it again without going down to the actual place of the camera and taking it apart and taking the disc out, things like that. So I'm going to set the camera over on the rail looking at the mountains, and then I'll go through the app real quick. Okay, the TC22 uses the Wildlife Cam app that you download, and it works with the TC8, the TC21, TC6. Really a good app. So here I've already added the new TC22. What you want to do is go ahead and turn on your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in advance, and then simply click on the TC22. And it usually takes it about 60 seconds or so to connect. And there you go. And there it's looking at the TC22 that I just set over on the balcony looking at the mountains out there. And you can control the camera here by taking pictures and videos. So you can just capture a video of what's going on right now. And you can also use it here to review what is on your disc. And there it's I just recorded a video so you can see that I can review what's on there. So what I do is I go down and get close to my camera setup, about 20 or 30 feet usually, and then check it and see what's on there and make sure everything's working all right. And then if everything's working all right and it looks the way I want it to look, I just go on about my business. Don't have to worry about adjusting anything. Then you just go back to the live view, and then over here you have the settings, and you can adjust the settings over here, the mode, the image size, your night resolution, your day resolution, your record time. Record the audio, and the audio is great. Interval between videos is set at 10 seconds. Sensitivity, you can set it at high, medium, or low. IR LED setting, I usually keep that low because I'm working close to the birds and animals, and I don't want the IR lights to overexpose. And so it's real simple. This is really a nice, I just showed you how it connected in real time, less than 60 seconds, and you're in here checking out everything. Go back to your live view. And really the quality of the video, the color and everything is really, really outstanding. And that's it. That's how simple it is to operate the camera. And then you just exit out. So that's my take on the TC22, really my favorite trail camera now. And I'll have lots of examples like I always do when I test something out.